Hi, my name is Julie, and we're here in this, lovely space. There's this great, pristine-looking sea of saw palmetto and these lovely oak hammocks here. But I wanted to focus today on Spanish moss. Spanish moss, when I first moved here 5 years ago, I was very taken by it. Hanging from the trees, it made everything look very mysterious, and you see it in the movies that are located in the South, and it just adds this element of awe and mystery. So coming from the West, I was very taken by it, but I've noticed that I don't notice it as much anymore. So I want us to put on our microscope goggles and take a good look at it. It's in the Bromeliad family, which is the same family as the pineapple, which is quite interesting. It's an epiphyte, meaning so it absorbs its nutrients and water through air and rainfall, and it actually it grows on taller trees, but also you'll see it on lower lying shrubs and scrub. But it prefers the oak, and it's suspected that it prefers the oak because the rainfall gathers on the leaves, so it may acquire more water by hanging out with the oak. It provides shelter for a lot of the animals, and nesting material for birds. And there's one spider, it's a jumping spider called Pellegrina tillandsia, that has only been found in Spanish moss. So I thought that was quite interesting. So I wanted to also talk about the Native American uses, although I've heard that already. But some of the Native American uses were for weaving blankets and making rope. And the rope was used in holding together poles that were used to frame some of the housing. So I thought, that was pretty interesting. And the Huma of Louisiana, they used Spanish moss to make dolls and to decorate dolls. So it had many different uses. The dry fibers were used as cleaning tools, and the natives called it tree hair. The French called it Spanish beard, and the Spanish called it French hair. So it's kind of this war of words going on with this plant, this very useful plant. And some of the modern uses, you can eat the green stem, which I found out from one of my pals here in the group. You can eat this little green stem if you pull it off or at the attachment and chew on it. It kind of tastes like lettuce. So I guess if you were stuck out here and you were so inclined and needed some food, you could maybe sustain yourself, although you might burn more calories trying to do that. So some of the modern uses also, in the 1900s there were actually mills in Florida for curing and ginning the material. It was used as packing material to stuff beds. Ford's first Model T used it to stuff the cushions of the seats. Let's see, I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Insulation, building insulation, and as fiber as well. And some of the medicinal uses were, it was used as tea, in tea form, to relieve birth pains, abscesses, and rheumatism. So in focusing on Spanish moss, I've again acquired a new appreciation for it, much like I did 5 years ago.